When I go out and I'm lit, I'll usually talk to anyone who comes up to me and engages in unless they're rude or overly forward. My BF, F26, has expressed on multiple occasions that it makes him feel uncomfortable I talk to other guys who are trying to flirt with me. I definitely understand where he's from, and don't always realize at the time that these fellas are trying to get with me. I'm his first GF and he's not sure what to do in these situations. They make him feel and he thinks it makes him look bad to others. He trusts me and understands me as a and knows my personality and that I'd never intentionally hurt him in this way. I'm pretty outgoing generally and want to figure out a game plan for behaving when I out, because I really care for him and never want to make him feel left out or lesser. I don't intentionally flirt with others, but maybe that's exactly what it looks like from the why can't we just have conversations without expectations of hooking up guys. It's interesting because I've dated guys for long periods of time on either end of there. One was extremely jealous and thought I was flirting with his friends, while another was open and never judged me once. Current BF is more on the open side, but I want to. I don't make him feel this way again. Trying to figure out a good happy medium. Any ideas? Thanks, 2 hearts. If any of them say something that is in common with your BF, make an excuse to say, oh yeah, my BF does that too. Just to bury that urge at least. As a guy, the first appreciate when women do this. Have you tried hand holding? It kinda solved the problem for me. IDK if she holds the guy's hands who are flirting with her, it might send the wrong message. Carrot, S. I guess anytime you're out drinking and someone approaches you to chat, make sure you mention you have a BF very quickly. Assume everyone who chats to you whilst you're at a bar, club, pub, whatever is trying to hit on you, so you've got to bring up your BF ASAP. This because hey, that is what a lot of them are there doing. If you're with your BF and some people show up trying to find out your names or etc., be like, hello, the other person's name. My name's, your name. Here's my BF, his name. If you're in a bar, club and the people who approach you trying to get to know your name, have your number, etc., the likelihood is, they're trying to flirt with you. The more attention you give them, the more sus it seems. Then be mindful too if you're out with your BF, don't run off with strangers who try to flirt with you when you already introduced them to your BF. I agree with you on just including your BF in the convo immediately by introducing him as your boyfriend right after you introduce yourself. Subtle and considerate for everyone involved. Just my 2 cents. I'm 22, and a lot of my single guys friends who go out to bars have the objective to get with girls at the bar. Does that mean every single guy in there is trying to get in girls' pants? No, but I'd bet majority of them are. I wanted to like this comment, but the current like number is fitting for the content. Greater than I definitely understand where he's coming from, and don't always realize at the time that these fellas are trying to get with me. Unless it's to ask for the time or direction, I, 28F, have never been stopped by a random man that was not trying to flirt with me. You cannot be this oblivious. When I'm out and lit. I'm not saying that you are wrong in what you are doing. I'm just saying if you really like this guy, be considerate of his feelings. Good luck and I hope you get things figured out. I appreciate your thoughts, TYSM. If you are out at a bar or a club and a guy comes up to you and starts chatting to you, you can 100% guarantee he is hitting on you and hoping to take you home, no ifs or buts on that matter. You either need to shut them down and stop flirting back to them, as you will give them hope that they might have a chance with you. No male goes out to bars and clubs and starts to talk to a woman and only wants to be friends. If they offer to buy you a drink, tell them no as your boyfriend over there and point to him as yours. You will then see that their demeanor will totally change and they will walk away as they have no chance with you now. She's 26, she had 5 BF already, she goes out a lot. I find it hard to believe that she doesn't understand this. I mean, if your old BF thought you were flirting with his friends and now BF number 2 is also concerned, maybe it's a little more on you than you realize. Yeah, that is how I read it too. She is lit and hence, unintentionally flirting. Here is the summary I got. Like to get lit. Guys flirt with me. I flirt back in front of my boyfriend. But I don't mean to, it is just because I am lit. Honestly, I think this sounds pretty disrespectful and a little humiliating for him. So yeah, Op needs to make some changes. You definitely need to make sure people know you are here with your boyfriend. I am not quite sure why people don't know this. Do you go out and just dump him in a corner and do your thing with everyone else? I get people chat waiting in line at the bar. But do you not go back and chat with him afterwards? A little subtle PDA with throughout the night might be helpful. But if you don't even know you are flirting at the time, maybe you need to tone down just how lit you get. You could always put a plain ring on the finger where you would have an engagement ring, i.e. something that could be an engagement ring even if it is not. That helped me get rid of some unwanted attention before me and my partner was ready to actually get engaged. If a guy is coming up to talk to you out of nowhere, he's flirting. You can be polite to guys who are clearly trying to strike up a connection without being flirty. Less smiling and giggling or laughing, no eye contact, no cute head tilts or tossing hair. Answer any questions bluntly. Stick to yes or no answers too, that will kill conversation, and don't ask any questions in return. Bring up quickly you have a boyfriend. What's your star sign? I'm Virgo, BF is Taurus. He's around here somewhere. Babe. Sarcasm will also kill a dude trying to flirt. A guy approaching a beautiful girl with zero other connections or context is always flirting. Getting with a boyfriend generally means moving on from your flirting days. Flirt with your boyfriend, he's the one you love, his attention is better than strangers. Yep. This is how a girlfriend should conduct herself. Faith restored. I go out all the time and nobody walks up to me and engages in conversation unless I know them. Is it really that hard to know if a guy is flirting with you? But stories about how guys didn't know when someone flirting is believable. Generally, most guys go out to a bar hoping to get laid. If a guy approaches you and starts talking to you, there's an 80% chance he's hitting on you. 99.5% chance. Wear a fake engagement ring. If anyone asks, says it's a promise ring. Yes, this is terrible, wearing a fake ring, having to demonstrate that you have a boyfriend. But try it and see if this changes how people approach you. When you are out together, you should be together. If you drift 5 feet away, they think your BF is your brother or just a friend. Be respectful of him and his feelings. If he's great and you really care for him, then this should not be a problem. Shark-infested waters. Ha ha, I mean realistically I won't be tied to my BF's hip all evening, bathroom, bar, groups of friends, and I have no problem holding my own. But I do need to be more clear at the beginning of conversations that I'm in a committed relationship, so I'm not wasting their time or my own talking to them. The only truth is, most men only approach you with second intentions, they only want sex, simple as that. No, they don't want to know how was your day, no, they are not interested in what you have to say. They want to break the ice and feel confident enough to ask you out or get your number. And if you are nice to them, talk a lot and be kind, they will see this as a green light, as if you are sexually receptive, interested. That's why your boyfriend feels uncomfortable about it. Hes a man too and know how things work. This is even considered a red flag for a lot of guys out there. You don't need to be rude, but stop acting like they are nice friends being kind to you. That's 100% not the case, and I guarantee that some of these guys think that your boyfriend is a poor guy with a cheating girlfriend. Remember the green light. Yep. We are stupid in this aspect. If you are somewhere drinking, every guy at that event is only interested in sleeping with you. You're too old to not know this. You want it to be okay to flirt. I think if you weren't lit and walking through the produce aisle, having a friendly conversation with a guy wouldn't be an issue. In a nightclub or bar, that is a different setting with different expectations. Maybe the two of you can establish some boundaries to help with the situation before you go out. What if she was lit in the produce aisle? Or like be near your boyfriend while you're going out. The story makes it sound like you go places together and just aren't spending time with each other. If you have him near you most of the time you two go out, this shouldn't even be a problem. Yeah, I mean we were like 5 feet away. I think you're asking a great question and it shows you care about his feelings. It depends how you handle it. I agree with other comments that mentions you should make it clear you're with your BF by either mentioning it or holding his hand or something. And if the other guy still wants to chat and be a friend, there is nothing wrong with that. I dated a girl who would complain about how she would go to the bar with her ex-boyfriend and a new guy would start talking to her and then her boyfriend would start talking to her and she would blow him off or ignore him, her BF, to prioritize the attention from the stranger. Lol. That relationship fell apart 3 months in when she mentioned she has a fuck buddy she's been sleeping with for years and sleeps with between each boyfriend, including when her and I started seeing each other, who she describes as just a friend she has to hang out with. If someone comes up and starts to chat with you, find a way to include your boyfriend in the conversation very quickly. If they're interested in conversation, then it will continue. If they were interested in just you, it will fizzle out fast. No, but then they will only talk to me for a minute or two and won't give me lots of smiles and attention. How about not talking to random dudes that come up to you LMAO? How would you feel if random girls came up to your BF, and they had flirty convos while ignoring you? It's double standards. Someone can do but you can't. Op sees nothing wrong, but if it was the boyfriend flirting with other women she would feel some type of way about it. You know then men are randomly approaching you because they are interested. It's astounding how you're pretending you're not aware. It's obvious you love the attention too. Men approach women on nights out to see if they're single for some action or more. How many random men approach you at the supermarket to chat and form a friendship, or women for that matter? No wonder why your BF is feeling like this. Relationships requires compromises, sacrifices. If it's a commitment relationship, you should get rid of the neediness of other guys' attention and validation, and flirting is the worst you can do at this point. However, if you're not interested in any of what I mentioned above, it is probably BCZ you look super friendly, which is sweet, but to some, you may seem flirty, and your BF can feel this. Ask him if he thinks you're flirting or not so you'll understand each other's points. Other than that, if you're flirting with guys, stop it. If you're super friendly, some guys will think you're flirting, so stop it. Why is it a greater than neediness of other guys' attention and validation? To simply enjoy conversations. I think she put the part about looking good as part of the reason she feels confident. This is always a problem and it's hard for both sexes to see each other's sides. Those men are flirting, they do want to hook, and at least 50% won't be detoured knowing you have a boyfriend and your BF knows this. So while your intentions may be pure, it's tough for the guys because he knows the other guy's full intentions. And it sucks for all involved. Sucks for you Beckus, you just want to have a good time and don't want every damn dude trying to get onto it pants, but guys suck. Honestly, sometimes as a guy the first see others guys doing their thing and I'm just shamed lol. It slaps sucks for him because just wants to have good time being out with you, but the vultures ruin it each and every time. I'm M35 and I truly understand what your partner is going through. My partner F33 does the same and I respect her in every way, but I keep telling her to just please acknowledge me as she doesn't see that as well. I'm not bothered about who she talks to at all. I know she enjoys the attention, but I get really embarrassed when she's going wit it. Men are out there with one thing on their mind. Hook up. My partner is so beautiful and amazing inside and out, and a lot of men try it every time we go out, especially when I get up to go to the men's room. I think the best way to make him not feel like that is setting it straight when they approach you. Unpopular opinion. If you're still in your party phase of life and want to get fucked up at the bars, you probably are better off not being in a committed relationship. Also, haven't heard anyone that is roughly the same age as I unironically use the word lit before, so that's cool. How can I send this to my GF without sending this to my GF? On a serious note, I am all for having fun, but my current GF is in her mid-20s and sometimes goes out clubbing 3 times a week. Like holy cow. And it's always the same trash music in a crowded noisy place. I really don't get the appeal. I totally understand it when we were both single, Yano. But even then it's just way too much. Occasionally yeah, but not twice every single week. And it's always the same garbage. You seem to be flirting, talking more to guys than giving attention to your so-called boyfriend. Why are you in a relationship if you're busy with other guys? When you do this, you turn your back on your boyfriend. Learn these words when guys approach. No thank you. Then give yourself to your boyfriend. You need therapy for how to be in a normal relationship. I bet all the guys you have dated, all had the same problem with you. Look in the mirror, it's you. Thank you. You're telling me you're going out, just the two of you together, on a date, and you're spending your time talking to other people. That's wild to me. Yay, you're any boyfriend's worst nightmare. No one wants their GF to be drunk talking to guys hitting on her LMAO. What, you are just craving attention. You're 26. Stop pretending you don't know what's going on. You enjoy the attention. You're in a relationship. Those two things are usually at odds. Pick one and stop playing dumb. Thank you. None of the guys coming up to you are trying to be your friend. If you can't figure out how to live without the attention of other men, you probably should not be in a relationship.